Yes, I by the moon, I must say 1760 or text message line. A brass said in Pensimu, a bromedy, or my in a cop Nasanti. I'm working in Japan at Transis as now, Alaji Baturi, and so at Transis M4, Ma El Haj, the Bocratano, and so at Transis. Major disorder, what you should be brain, near Timia Gibril, so I can canina at the amount a year and temper 1760 and a text message line. Alaja Kwaba, Yamaya Bokodia.
Yeah, I mean,
Bibia Kama.
Good.
Or the chair, no, so I answer Boapayum, and I say, make us say deliberately, no, ye kum ye hosano. What do we do?
Well, sir, we kaya several times, me can say one of our biggest challenge, our Kromanya leadership, Namum, a lawlessness. Na obia mre famre djuma okroma ni nyina so o trace a obeblemu this so-called democracy and Ghana bibia says vote na obia right from Jerry Rawlings, President Kufuor, Atami to President Mahama Abayin. All governments are shying away from fully implementing the laws. And yes, we don't have the laws. But we'll be asked through a special acquire election year. And we break the law with all the impunity at our disposal. Now, Omanso, what it says, you were even saying I was getting too much fixed. They said, with this lawlessness, very important. The difference between Africa and Ghana and Europe and Americans. No? So, I'm running here, Juma. The people there are just like us, the same A and B plus, O positive blood, and so on. And
difference being.
In fact, at the time, I see IQ test. Now, Busia had one of the highest in the country. By Africa, New Ghana. You know, and results have proved that they are not different from us. The only difference is Omama Mreno Eyejmo and a yes, yam prima Mreno and Yejuma. That is where we are. And it's not only the drivers, it cuts across. When you echo within EC, what the account topic. The Constitution tells you that the EC, nobody should direct them in the performance of their duties. And so political parties, an inferior organization, decide that they want to tell the EC what to do. Clearly, this country is in a problem. Obia enim, say President Kura will need to interfere in the work of the Electoral Commission. In there, what do we see? People insulting, bastardizing, especially the woman. And the MP before now, Edidio Afarijan attempt, and now Musa Afarijan cry. You see the double standards that we live with. And then here, Afarijan, ni papa. Mami, I don't know why. Bonnie Ben, why? We don't want the law to work, especially when it doesn't favor us. And that is what is permeated throughout every segment of our society.
Okay, probably Vivian that Bibiba said, I certainly see, even though it was one of our major issues here, hospitals across the length and breadth of the country, readiness and preparedness of our ambulance services, driver, car maintenance, and the sort of educational road safety commission for so the passengers, driver unions, and all those things. It's coming across like one thing. Enforcement, and the law is there, but who enforces it and who educates the people and who takes responsibility?
That is why I keep on telling you, sir, President Mahama, in my opinion, is the best president after Kwame Nkrumah. That's why I keep on telling you. It's not just about your bottom sticker. You look at the generality of the policies of government towards the generality of Ghanaians. And I like his boldness, his spirit. Say, ono person what the Ghana for crime so. If that will cost him the election 2016, he's prepared for it. How many ambulances are being Ediba so far? How many are now coming to add up? Then people get up Wako Bobisia. Busian what it on them. Busian what it on them. What you are going to do is say, hey, or Bobisia. Busian Muncha mini papa fear, what do you see? You know, this is the boldness President Mama is introducing. In every field, who go into water, who back into health, who go into education, these 3 key social areas. Mama up at this sky 8 years of MPP. Yet people don't want to believe it because of partisanship.
All right. Okay, Japan.
All quarter planes and helicopters for rapid response. I didn't answer someone.
All right, okay, Japan. I'll start on a very surprising sad note within your territory. Ohonom no bi ko twitwa obi ana ne papa ne maame ne fiura ono twitwa but can try it.
I sense out, but
it falls under constituency.
It falls under Professor Fovi. But you know, I assume for DNA politics na me watch.
But you are not noted. Mohonu you noted for sir. Nyama.
Oh, there is a much baby. Say acquire say ni papa okoyi fish betu ho. Okwaba ne say ni papa wa fan nam no. Some nasty, but honestly, I will not politicize the same if he say na bi no kano. Indeed, senior was see twitwa wo mu no. Na awere my intimi ahwe pictures. No, sad, but I didn't know nipa fish into obekum ni papa ni nua, you know, so disgusting, but it has happened. We have to be careful of what is going on. Now, you know, a very interesting. Ohe Alaji near Okanya. Say President Mahama after Kwame Nkrumah is the best president. President Mahama has failed this country. I'm highly disappointed in him because where on propaganda odi adwuma. Te say ne Alaji abetena no pa oye propaganda for President Mahama.
No, he's speaking to the reality. Wama osi otumira otresi.
Yeah, na me ensu betumire akresi. You see, a very interesting. One will say, just this Hamatana, a stretchy kakraba February, I expose you NDC for the President Mahama. This program, nanka me pese topic we, and yet alaji neba. Now senka something ewaha. Yeah, propaganda were here about water and what is going on in this country. And you good we say Alaji Baturi, can so sika wodi share water, sika wodi share hospital, sika wodi share education. That makes him a failure. Because
upon all this investment,
yes,
who is on performing?
Yeah, because uhwe ni air koso say uhwe ensuya enipa ennomwa. Alaji, how can you sit here? No wahwe nyame anim, how can say President Mahama comes after President Nkrumah without mentioning President Kufuor 8 years what today. But me, I want to address the issue. Bibia ekosu Ghana habian. We blame President Mahama because we never promising Ghana for say you make our life different, a better place for all of us to live. And the armed robbery koso we koso bibia noa. If there's indiscipline in society, we blame the leadership first. And the blame on our transia friend and call for look, this is the way we are going to do. This is how we are going to do it. But if you are not doing all these things, now see a month amount. Say, as soon as you work in Tampo, we are talking about ambulance. The beer Dr. Baumia Kasamwa, Ghana for now NDC for propaganda, no much no. And no kuno trodo me see, go to Parliament House and see ambulance I krabesi empty. Where are the equipment in it? Where are they? This is the question. It is not ambulance now, Tony Bessie or no. How much did it cost? What is in there? Not the whole of Kintamponia Asamasia. Not the whole Brahafo region. You have 12 ambulances. And Chawautra Hawuka, an ambulance, a wakra, and a hospital away. One was an accident in see. I expose you, I'm a woman who sent me a Dr. Baumia Kano and Ukre.
I didn't know what.
Yeah,
what
sir. Mujisi camera kesia. Somewhere you say. One was an see ambulances and a whole Brahafo region. We, I think, Northern and Ashantia, Brahafo, and a third largest in the country. And then I see what he say. What want to see? I can't someone and I began President Mahama and I had the best president. hwe sikadie na ekoso no so wo hu a ye ka kire no we talk of value for money na media for momwaye maka semi last week monko Parliament House na monko hwe cameramen monko mummiemu na hwe sa ambulance ya de besia without equipment. A nurse at 37 military hospital was telling me that the ambulance no besi wa che nipa no ubedu onu wawu because me say minya problem wa America me ko twitwa anigye basa wo London na me ko duru ayi na minya attack asa na efekwa moving me from East Orange Hospital to Newark. Doctors no can say omo de anything with heart East Orange no omo specialize. Before I got to Newark, ambulance na doctors now are ready. They don't care whether you are black or white, African or what. It is the system. And when you say we do sika aye dwuma amiye hu. Na nya ambulance na wakra besi wa aye empty. Me be ya. Hwe I will who some asi eye pass na onu na do topic yaba. Mumfa topic we nyina ngu nchen. Ni yanka ni nneoma miensa no a wabo ensuo, health and education. Ni I will who metie na grateful. Say obi kira de 24 months. We see my mouth 3 months pay. Ni aka no yentua ko district district na last week we ni bi kiro even 16,320 Ghana cedis kra no omunya bi na waka kire teacher ni a waye dwuma 24 months 2 years so be man 3 months pay. Alaji, then you sit here and say you are praising President Mahama. We blame him.
Why do you blame him?
Yeah, we blame him because of
failure.
System failure. Listen, the system failure. It is not the director or Alaji Bature sitting here who went round everywhere in the country and said the big keke montumami na message sawabrabum. It was Mahama who did that. So therefore, I can't blame Alaji, I can't blame you, you can't blame me. We blame him first. He is the only person who can call every director responsible for any agency to action. So if we are not getting this problems, these 2 weeks, Nyankopon fa omo from ekransie ye, omo busuafo nyom yako, but it has exposed NDC and omo propaganda. Ohwe eniama watworo e wo omo green book and ya say wahu na wotwepe what has happened. Apa omo hontuma obia
what has happened?
Yeah, what has happened is accident ni see working tampo. Yeah.
Is this the first time?
Who propaganda why yes sir?
Is this the first time?
Propaganda why yes sir? Ambulance wa and yes say and hospital
about nipa na ewu no and says about accident and it's about facilities are ready.
Facilities are anyhow a bit say how even to convey the people to hospitals. Hospital Argentina in Tampoya district they could not even take care. It has to go to Techiman, they have to go to Sunyani, may patches even to convey them. Ambulance here can a mama example say aburona ye dia sikadienti mukoji sika see the koye juma say ya no more short change Ghana.
Why is it that bibia musi sikadi?
Propaganda.
What are we propaganda? I am in Parliament. Me wa Parliament. Ena omodi ambulance e buy. We share there na $79,000. I mean but this car, any equipment be in the womb, let us demand the equipment. Because there's no way this vehicle that we are seeing here will cost $79,000. What do you say? All I'm saying is a value for money. You're making sure Sadiana Yeton, you're mind. I'm not saying you don't have to make profit. But and yet astronomical figures, somebody be go, I am to Mama example. So say propaganda na me ya. And let me 2 cars is here. Let's go. I'm going straight to Parliament. Let us go there and check the ambulances on the basis.
What you say? Mistake propaganda na we no. Oka Newark near so when the ambulance services.
Right.
And that is where we want Ghana to be. Ghana
so Jessica,
train tobo. Now your person or mine could do. So we are here. Answer about airport. Ambulance can be kama. I'm over there. Afiani.
Infamous any.
If you mention opposite also Bibia overnight.
You know, President Mahama and the catcher say he's the luckiest vice president.
Oh, come on.
But the
Because
constitution does not allow
yeah, constitution the man was sick.
Oh,
Mills was sick.
Nipa ibedi 3 years. Huh? Now, what the transformation of the mama, not even President Rawlings, let alone to talk about President Kufuor. Me propaganda is all.
You are.
Uti hana ukaze ambulance egu parliament.
Let's go.
Uche niente ambulance egu. You just say ba ambulance egu parliament. Ayo propaganda na we no.
You don't have the requisite equipment.
Ayo propaganda wasa uche omo here say niente ambulance egu ho no. Ye cry no. Nema bi wo ha say e ka ho.
Anyway,
manufacturers and fan count.
So
you are rejected.
Good. So who's
you are rejected.
40.
My brother, who your supplier?
So it's been
rejected.
supplier?
We are friends. The more condition from friends. You do
they have been paid.
I'm coming. When you supply something and it's not to the standard of the client, he rejects it. You either fix it or take it back. Contract won't mean because
I problem.
That is the first place. Second one, propaganda near we know. What teachers were for 24 months, 2 years. Yeah, and 23 months. Have you taken your time to educate our viewers? Niente am ebasa because you're a lawmaker. Even the Nagrat and the teachers not. They understood this.
Understood what? Understood what?
Teachers and education. For almost about 1/3 of the whole budget. The Skedina Okano, a funnel,
that area.
Both teachers.
Hey,
both.
Hallelujah.
Yes, I'm not denying. But I want to tell you where the Skedia is.
Good.
Under your regime, was Mafo. Ever out, ever cast a VRC United, were deleted 300,000
names.
Ghost names. Dubai also said deleted ghost name. Every finance minister almost virtually delete ghost name. Says here, as the government wants to make sure that it plugs that leakage. It takes some time, and it's not only education.
24 months.
It takes.
24 months. I survive a life. You are not being fair.
And I miss propaganda now here because this is not the first time.
To survive. So don't tell me say propaganda.
Me say propaganda now here because you know the reason why it is so.
24 months is too much.
I will not sit here and pretend say and too much.
Now you talking. Now you talking.
If you see over supporting documents, not one found by me fault. And now me know can say checks at the Ministry of Education in respect of our 4,000 teachers. Omunfra, Ombeja, Omuntumikoji, because they are not non-existent. Yes, Mumbra, mu checks the Ombeji. This amount almost $4 million Ghana cedis. Kayentungu. And then when you are talking, understand that there are situations ama embanisa. Na me, nianja misi Mahama, upe, he will go in record because since Kwame Nkrumah, no president has increased our school stock level to say Mahama and Mills. No president. Uber health more. Wait, they are tangibles. And yet, me German who courage this year. You don't even need to go to a sinful and I say dumping. Who courage this year. Who call maritime hospital. Who call police hospital. Who call Bulgaria?
At what cost? At what cost?
If you are asking me at what cost, then you, the parliamentary, you are checking your responsibility.
How?
You are checking your because you have an oversight responsibility.
How?
You have oversight responsibility over the executive. Answer the president and our buying best penny capre. You parliament must approve it. You know it.
Alaji, your challenge me as a country. And because in what we have sought to do is to look at the state of our hospitals. Just this morning, Efian Kwanta Hospital, in a very terrible state, in a very messy situation. Maybe a car wash, your net, your painting, your facilities, our doctors, and all those things. So the question is that Is it just putting up the structures?
No.
And now you're making sure that those that we have is maintained and is effective to help the society.
That place, he made a point, and I want to agree with him. Say ultimate responsibility. If you hold the president responsible for lapses in the nation, me, I don't have a problem with that.
Why should we even hold the president responsible when we have people representing the president's interests?
Because he's talking about ultimate responsibility.
Yes.
On the appointing minister, and a minister, and a director. So that one, I will not pretend here, say we cannot blame the government or the president.
Look,
you understand me? But where the facts are very clear, where the facts are also very clear. For example, you just picked on Effiong Kwanta. You just picked on Effiong Kwanta. Let us look at
only 2 Roman sisters. Fosu Hospital. One of the best hospitals you can find, neatest hospital you can find in the country. Why?
Yeah, were those isolated cases. I don't know. You look at the generality. What is happening in the generality? And how many hospitals now are buying with AC? AC. Send them AC. Maybe so.
Yes.
Yes. Camera no hospital ahina MPP 8 years to Musi Ghana.
Yeah, but now we buy hospital we say region any other than that. If it comes to renovation, then we did a lot of because from the scratch. From the scratch. Rich hospital scratch. Is it from the scratch? Is it from the scratch? Kolebu said yes, buy a masabe. Ubisa. Yes, yes, buy a masabe. Now we consider example I am a would you 2 months hospital. Messi.
Somebody come within 3 years.
3 years. Hospital. And another big structure. We go there and see. And we did a lot. We renovated a lot of hospitals.
Musi helipad. And Musi eye clinic, surgical ward. A government that is building how many teaching hospitals? How many regional hospitals? How many clinics? How many cheap compounds? You want to compare? You want to compare? Look, the whole Ghana, you have less than 600 secondary schools. The whole Ghana. From Kwame
and they have money there. Money was from 1.6 million euros.
From Kuma.
Very, very important. Honestly, it's very important.
Yeah, because
is it Pajamba? Alaji, let us. I mean, I don't see the interest should not be just putting up facility structures but the readiness. What goes into it? Okay, Japan raise a point, and our educated and pay. Say ambulance in this is very empty, virtually empty. We need it as a country. So what do we do then? Because I go for number, not knowing say or no you change type I penno specification one farmer. That's it. Now how do we do? Government is not telling us anything about
it. They're going to bring them.
No, I'm saying government is not telling them about the challenge they have. It took a lawmaker to come and do audition propaganda for you to do that correction. Number 2, is that about putting
that
up?
That is not true. That is not true.
Okay.
Parliament invited the Minister of Health to Parliament. And he made this explanation on the floor of Parliament to Ghanaians. They are representing Ghanaians. Our life for TV so because the government anchor and deliberate. What the Parliament will be. What the Parliament will be.
Deliberate in the sense that we got the wing of it. Say Nessie. So we called him. We invited him to Parliament. So we're waiting. Yeah, and he accepted it.
So you knew that.
Yeah, of course.
The reason why they are not being used.
Yes.
And you said we just abandon them.
Yes. So they have shortchanged the country.
Who has shortchanged?
The contractor. And therefore we blame the minister.
The contractor is coming back.
He's replacing it. The director of ambulance service. For 200 ambulance.
Or J contract so best supply idea.
Yes.
Yeah, na case si o say. Say to me solve 40 no. Sikadie to say 200 aba.
But say when you come back to the manufacturer.
They will come and fix the remaining items.
Why didn't we asema 40 ambulances see I must say management no ehwe nyoma ye and President Mahama if he's on top. If President Mahama is on top,
opposition how
who are 40 ambulances? You work 40 ambulances over 2 years. Say I'm friend of my parliamentary and Ghana for be any not accident takusi. Not the whole region. You were 12 ambulances.
And you admit that some of the ministers are taking the president for granted because of some of these inactions.
No, that one I've said it several times. Some of the ministers are not cut for the job because
so we blame President wait. He appointed them.
In fact, they wait for the instructions from the president, and I think such ministers must be kicked out. That one they have said it, and I've seen a lot. But you see,
Obi Anyadia Ministerial, he is also not going to perform.
And they are not debated at all. Some of the ministers are just anything but average. Because unless the president comes on inspection, or say, oh, I do what he say, and suddenly you see them running. Ebinimukade will come out and tell the president, tell me yes, until you don't have any initiative on your own. You don't have any drive.
As a minister.
You don't have any drive. You say, show. Any day, whether it's MPP and DC, the ministers, they say Parliament, yeah, it was the same problem. A lot of parliamentarians, they don't even take the work serious. And you can learn on the job. You don't need to go to parliament school before you go to. You can learn every day. No, especially the front bench. You watch. Some people are in parliament up to today. They are 10 years, 12 years. They don't even know the parliamentary rules. So the ministers, they don't learn. Instead of watching Ghanaian television saying, Sky TV and BBC. Now I'm watching. How do you learn? Can you watch it? You will see that marriage issue. So they don't even care because nobody. I totally agree with you. But you see, let's just look at the leadership. Say that MPP. Kufona obiaboni diu. Kufo ministers nebinu kura but the back, like he said, stopped with the head. Now, so see all the credit no Kufona edima.
Yeah, so say advice when Adoma President Mahama. But by this statement, advice when Adoma President Mahama because Alaji. So one to me and for advice now he put praises.
I'm not that type of person.
Yeah. Advice, but as a good statement.
I'm not the first singer. And I'm saying, ministers good. They are not good. I was saying,
Media none or maybe say a question. What worry?
Me.
What
has that got to do with
maybe so wouldn't mean in team. Only intra.
Are they?
Or if Yabontiana Macachro.
Oh,
their coso.
Don't worry.
And their coso. Here we are.
What has that got to do with?
Oh, you're different. We are because of natural.
Okay, all right.
Media, let me tell you, if you ask the president, he knows my position. Probably you complain, that
has been his position.
That has been my position.
President Mahama, Ninya Fading, Ninyonko Fading, and my committee and people for meeting. No more ceremony. Oh, Yonkuro. Oh, Yonkuro. Yes, I almost ceremony. Maybe.
But almost the same way again.
Yeah,
oh, come on. Then you are living in another planet. You are living in another planet. Papa, we are failing.
But you think the president has done well?
Of course, for me.
How long did it take you to say, of course? Simple question.
I don't want to make propaganda out of it. Okay, I don't want to make propaganda. I want to be analytical. Why are they? But it is not a done deal for him for 2016.
Can he be measured? Say, why are they? He deserves another term of office.
You see, I've been referring people to this statement made by Nana Akufo-Addo in 2008. Well, see, Ghana's economy needs transformation. Nana Akufo-Addo said, in 2008. Mama,
a progressively free education.
And he is changing the structure, the government structure.
But said then it means that Nana has rather that more insight.
I'm giving him credit because he came out with that as a policy for his campaign.
Anymore we are.
And
whether we are or
he said it.
Ghana.
Okay.
Said he will need about 10 years to transform Ghana. This was almost in what? In 2008.
That's correct.
Ultimately, so say Mama Abba within 3 years.
Mama
By 2018,
8 years. NDC.
Me say
Mama 8 years.
Mama how want them
8 years. Mama 8 years.
So 8 years there's so much trouble back. Muba 8 years no. Asibiti back kura man timi ansi.
8 years.
Machremu. University back kura man timi ansi. Machremu. Nso aye kan yi. He. Ene why na nim say dry season no. Dey be a man for ka say friends what do you call this thing? Are there scientists for say global warming here affect here? All the river bodies are drying up. And mama are drying up.
So what as a president?
And drying up.
Global warming, yama warning here. As a president, you have to be proactive.
No one who knew here.
Upa, young
one who knew here.
Mami kabinchiro.
And then Ghana. Water coverage.
Young coming
water coverage. Coverage.
Young coming fee as a dump. Neko me green grass.
A green.
Yes.
Because who wants your
good. My borehole. What you say?
Yes.
So it's no excuse.
It's one. It's only one.
And as a president, you have been warned by global warming and everything. Yeah, and it's all called something. He better not. No, we and be propaganda. And then I expose you. So you have to be proactive.
What is the exposure?
Yeah, exposure is that. And then
so on.
Yeah. And
Mama dry up.
Yeah, Mami Pedro, Mahama can't because and yet ensure a dry season in Kwawu. Galamse ekoso. Yentimi, yeah. So rural area, me pa me krom ensure I'm proud of it. Akumpreku.
Asimpra.
Yeah. Alaji, ukokra
enye ni bi na ekoku tia mu chairman and he's running riot.
Me pancha
say chairman no enye sa adwuma no oye.
Say me chairman.
Mo MPP chairman enye sa adwuma no oye. Yes, cost of
Alaji Baturi. Say me chairman say ensure oman nyina benoma. I don't care if the government deals with them.
But he's not complaining.
I said
let's forget about the complaint.
Ghana first. Okay? Look, so who call ahemfunu bi me kurom no me ko interview boys a omo ye galamsey Alaji or say omo to 2000 cedis plus odwan back and the ma wo hene no to allow them to do the mining over there. Now hwe no wo free me ho a wo cross ya no adu chufu praso. Yeah. Alaji say no see sense.
It's bad.
You have no idea. So it is not only the dry season. We have to be fair.
Yeah.
When you see a group of Chinese coming from China.
Yes, silty chiefs no. There be a Ebola.
MPCB ka ministers ka ho. So President Mahama, I was what didn't see from.
Don't worry.
Say yeah. But until result. And no galamsey. Yes, say galamsey. Mr. Small scale mining no crap.
No, it's certified. Small scale mining.
And I'm about say I will see a trend because we are being a say.
No government can ban it. No
Why
government.
not?
No
Why
government.
not?
It is
Why
not sustainable.
Why not?
It is not beneficial.
It
is not sensible.
Let me tell you.
You should control it.
AC
okay.
Yes.
Any yensuya essay no. Ensuya no problem no. Worse than Sika Obenya a free sadi. So we need to relook at it.
Is approaching all
the BI he is. He is.
Oh, he
has done it.
Once we change
he has done it.
Okay. I can tell you from next 2017.
Galamsey for Benja. With that horrible management of the economy, Galamsey for 2016.
Why foundation in
foundation?
Come see staff foundation.
Why foundation?
And I mean,
foundation. Mahama, yeah.
And now, I Ghana is almost becoming next exporter of
propaganda. What year conditions? Propaganda.
How many years?
Propaganda.
We are going to start exporting.
Can cancel the text messages about now quickly and the issues about Electoral Commission in Semahodwa. But anyway, my mentor, Dr. Philemon. Dr. Philemon says, I'm enjoying your guest. Very simple. And this one says, opposition MPP Vice Presidential candidate Mahmoud Bawumia is confused about asking the cost of infrastructure projects. It's like baseless politics sweet him so much he thinks he can bring his party to power. Somebody should wake him up. Alhaji Willie P.F. Kuma.
Good economy.
And this is from Da Costa. It says in Toronto, they built one hospital and replaced 3, namely Northwestern, Humber River, York Finch. Not how many you have built. Okay, so Da Costa is there. But Eliasu from Tamale says, when will government get its priorities right? Even ambulances, common ambulances in terms of emergency situations, we don't have. When the need for condom import arose, government imported fake condoms. Change is the way forward for this insensitive government. Ghana must work again. Another one gets through from Bonti Benjamin. He says the credibility of every election starts from the electoral process, and a journey with 1,000 miles begins with a step. However, the EC's line of action might affect the survival of our democracy, and the earlier they change their attitude towards their duty, the better for all of us. Ghanaians deserve extremely better, if not the best. And another one says that, my name is Edward Kuju of Kufuja. I can tell you on authority and with evidence of letters from finance, control and accountant, and audit clearing my wife to be paid her salary arrears since September last year, but she has not been paid her money. I don't believe what Alhaji is telling us this morning. I can even send you copies of those letters and references. And another one gets to say that what Alhaji Baturi is saying about unpaid teachers is not entirely true. I'm throwing this challenge. If it is true that checks are ready for those teachers, let them announce that they should come to Accra for those checks, and that they should show their and then their documents will be found faulty. They will be prosecuted. You will be overwhelmed with the number of teachers that will be in Accra in the next 12 hours. People with genuine documents are not being paid. That is what we are talking about. So it goes on and on. A lot of your text messages, teachers phone, so that's it. Okay, no, but Alhaji's position could be true. We will follow it up. Check with the ministry.
I don't manufacture.
No. But it could be true that checks are there.
Endra, the PRO, the Reverend Minister, and one other official of GS. Was it about 4,000 checks at the Hoya Huni microphone?
Okay, all right. Former Attorney General and Minister of Justice Martin Amidu.
Oh, man, he bomb me, you know.
I don't know how much why you bomb me?
I got consumer in the crack.
About the kind.
What's it? Not only
I'm
not afraid to defend.
No. Hold on.
I will defend it. I will defend it.
Okay.
Oh, take it to be a okay. Was it a banway at the 90 million cities ever can Ghana come? Now, Abrana or move free, not a career 9 million.
9 billion, 9.5 billion.
9 billion. And then I could do 99 billion. And almost or converting into dollars at that time, or you should rate. Well, why do you do this kind of economics? Or should I call back? Okay, you should 2 cities at 220 rate. I calculated, say a car. I'm buying about Emma Ghana for $37 billion. And this is disingenuous. Parliament might approve 37 billion. I'm buying. Have you, within the last 3 years,
or Cambom from 2000?
One Cambom, one was in value, dollar.
Yeah, but value, just a project loans are about at a go in a year. You don't approve 37 billion, but that is from 2009,
that is very wicked.
Even more than that.
Wicked.
I didn't hear.
Sir, Aban Abobisia, let's say 4 years ago, and 7 years ago. Now, you are going to calculate it in there. Then you use the rate of 7 years, and work it out for today.
I dream on this, sir.
Sir, but I didn't propaganda. No. In the first place, rate now, all can say, Emma Ekano, about 9.5. No. It was a false rate. It was an induced rate which the MPP created.
Induced?
Induced. by introducing the redenomination.
Knocking off the zero.
Knocking off the zero. That was induced. So the 4 cedis rate today, no, that is the real value of the Ghana cedi, not that 92 pesos when they did it. So our nemesis are only catching up with us. Then you want to blame this government for that. Apart from that, almost virtually half of these loans, okay, either say ebinukwa yanyan disburse, and I say ebinukwa interest payments. So why do you do this? Also, out of the green book on here, only 7 billion pen on one, not just 97 billion dollars, not just 30 billion.
Yeah.
That is very wicked.
Yeah, very, very good.
That is very, very wicked.
Okay,
book no ukwan ukrom kwan wala to na let go ye no e kan book no.
Yes.
E kan book no.
O kan nyina bom.
There was in your who book no.
Yeah, ne o book no. Say una propaganda book.
Say nyuma ni nyina say. Ejuma aban no na.
Propaganda. What go by
for you to go and say out of the so-called $37 billion, aban etimi accounting for only 7 billion, not 30 billion there. Like they used to say, almost this canoe. How can you do this? When you know there are thousands of projects that can never be mentioned, that cannot be captured. Well, let me give you a typical example. Energy crisis here for me. Support are buying Emma. How do you capture it when you are doing accounting? When the PURC Eka say yen rate, yen kind of phone say yen no. Who is going to pay for it? Who is going to pay for it?
Who is going to subsidize it?
I'm saying who is going to pay for it? You see, you say government is not subsidizing anything.
No.
You just talk about the polluted water bodies that we have. Water and Sewerage Corporation, they produce water at 8 cedis and sell it for 4 cedis. Who is paying for the difference?
Who is paying?
Who is paying for the difference?
Who is paying?
I'm asking you.
Who is paying?
Okay, so I'll wrap up on this.
Tell me who is paying the difference?
So still subsidies here, Juma.
You see, for Bumia, we are very good economy. But the politics, MPP disease, are affecting. They don't want to speak the truth. Power at all costs.
Which party?
But I can tell them that they will remain in
which party?
MPP. They will remain in opposition for a long
Focus
time.
the power at all costs. Just because desperation setting in.
Obi a desperate now, Anthony Nankuvaro say, yeah, Ghana for after 57 years and after 8 years of independence, yes, I go try. Yeah, we can't do that. We're not trying people. We want tested people. Yeah, people who are tested. The highest you went was Attorney General and not Foreign Minister. We can't do that.
Mahama be Vice President.
Why Vice President? I'm a church. I'm a president.
Bankutano
I'm president. No, President Mahama. I'm telling you that. And then what you see there, we can all say whatever we want. Ebina, Moka about Afarija you. And do 1 year.
Okay.
And now, Utie Obriya Boami. Charlotte here? She's a pale shadow of Afarija. Afarijana, Muka said he's the worst preacher ever created in Ghana.
Okay.
Just 12 months ago.
Okay.
And that is what you do. One day, Muka said Mahama. Because Nyamekano, he is doing the work to favor people like you, business people like you. Business people like you. Yes.
The PR now was a boni pabaso. Se nipa kano korea. I will say I came here and criticized the Kaswa interchange because I know some of the civil engineers are. Omka said the price that they've quoted and ka ebetimi ancillary rules ni.
Some of them want political quantities.
Baby, now we de epim no. And with criticisms and everything. Once we extend the idea, go and check. And don't sit here and think opposition is not good and therefore we are desperate. Why not desperate, Chem? Samusha NDC and you bring TME or boiling point. Remember NDC for paper or maturo. Any sad diabolic a year, region by region, and tra umukwa umuni psyching the conscience of with tribalism and everything. Who is desperate more than NDC?
People are desperate.
Who is desperate?
Mama says
when you have failed, when you have failed the nation, tribalism.
What shows they failed the nation?
Yeah, they have failed with what is going on.
How?
Yeah, with what is going on.
No, how?
Yeah, so I chose Dr. Bawumia Diayeke. Even in your own green book, look, the actual amount spent by NDC is 200 billion. So he limited himself to green book projects. Right.
He spent 200
And now, yeah.
From where?
Yeah, NDC from 2009.
From
2009.
Did you approve 200 billion?
Yeah, of course. Every year, loans. Yeah, be makwaya students. Yeah, be makwaya. And no say time near limited. No put too pressure. No piamba. No, who don't know your tricks? We know. But what I'm saying is
no. Trick.
Okay, Abambia trick. It's good say net the award me. Oh, and
Abambia trick last minute.
Near make sure
no PHM.
Alaji value for money. So we're going back again. So Dr. Bawumia ka wa. Now Minister of Health beka now about Pakistan ambulances no egu Parliament say no. We are explaining to Ghanaians for them to understand what we mean by value for money. Because now because I must spend $70 million. And now say Kumasi now koye airport to light. Now I spending 29 million. We ask, so who Kenya somewhere they can use 29 million to build a mini airport in here. These are questions we raise. And no just say obi a propaganda.
Propaganda.
Now propaganda.
Propaganda.
Hold on, say propaganda. Now the money that was approved to Ministry of Health to go and buy this ambulance. And then the 40 of them no empty. So how we get it? Yeah, allegedly are there. The equipments are not in.
The manufacturers
certain equipment and yet my equipment.
Right.
Certain
equipment
to make the ambulance complete.
Say no. Who buy? Say these are the equipment in one particular ambulance. It costs so much. And now the paper. Say mo deliver 100, e mo 40. Sa equipment in any. Good. So value for money. The money has been paid, transferred before they even ship those equipment. Okay? So now, what's so changing here? We are now asking them to bring it. And he said, Dr. Bawumia Bekachira will say, at year 79, a car you of the Bessie ambulance way will cost us 39. Okay. Because in Yoma say anymore. Is it propaganda? It is in the interest of the country. And he say,
why I'm saying it's propaganda is more parliament. Parliaments who are oversight responsibility.
Alaj. Yeah, you always talk about parliament. Oversight responsibility.
For the past 2 years, this issue has been coming up. Real carry. Say, runway, any light, and I'm $23 million.
29.
Parliament, Ediana Maya, after that project. Tell me, Ediana Maya, what have you done about it?
You know, let me tell you, I'm sorry to Mr. Speaker. He's a very nice man. But when you raise certain questions, urgent questions concerning this, I will embarrassing government now. They don't bring it. I'm telling you today.
And then you are powerless.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Then we are doomed.
Yes.
Then we are doomed.
Saudi Guantanamo Bay a year. Yeah, we have raised urgent questions, sir. They kill it, they won't let it come. So we're forced to go and make press conference. Well, if you are talking about parliament,
and you think you don't have any other means of forcing the parliament.
But how do you force them?
You can boycott it. You can boycott and say,
let's go some of the comments about social media.
You can boycott it. And because unless you bring this issue, you are not coming.
What again? Probably we are wrapping up, but MPP still.
Let me see.
Yes,
this time, I disagree with my good friend that I respect a lot.
Martin Amidu.
Yeah, lawyer Martin Amidu, former Attorney General. Because some criticisms were on a mark, no, I said, "What resign?" I didn't know also resign. If indeed it is not good for the country. You see, even the president of this country can be taken to court. So why are you saying, say, easy no dear, because we're independent. Independent for what? Independent na ultimate or scheme. I didn't know you or one political party interest. Look, all the 18 members, there is no way. There's no way. Some obekokofa obi oye neutral. Onya, timidi I don't trust all the 18 men, whether you are military, whether you are police, so long as the woman is the one requesting some famra, they have already told them who they want.
These people are scared. They are scared.
Nobody is scared.
They are scared to the marrow.
We see, we want.
Say, umbe kuku. Election. You lose the election. You don't have one message. You don't have one message. One message. One message for 2016. And then you were February.
So we are the French.
Yeah, well, February.
So
what is your message?
So why is he doing this?
What is your message?
We have a lot of messages.
Give me one message. Why can
I have to come and sit here and tell you?
Huh?
But my message. One message. I'm remember any chrono corruption. One message. Under Mahama and NDC.
Corruption.
Looting. Now the judge can Supreme Court can create, loot and share. Why the shares? Why the shares? Why you misika up to now? President Mahama we are now when you accident. Cantonments and Crawford Sassy. One what? Yes, I will. Devially, Homia, on the leading worker. When we eat a Krama Bank of Ghana, don't bring yourself. Don't bring yourself. And Sassia, what message you? One more time. Mimi say, I'm telling you, Debbie, would you announce it? And Sassia won't come
hold on.
I like you material for NDC.
They were relying on Doomso.
Doomso is still there.
No. You are a businessman. You know that Doomso is not there.
Doomso is there. Doomso is there. What are you talking about? Hello.
Outage. But you're a businessman. What do you say Doomso?
Outage. Doomso. I like that. 3 hours. Doom 6 hours. Where outing? Refuse to be blown. Doomso. Mama, 200 community school was I free? What message?
That's a free education. Even 432 Ghana city school fees or 114. 114 Emma. The message. Message. Yeah, the message here.
This year, the message ready to move. Abraham President Mills, what yes, obviously, what the castle or a prayer camp. And then Akufado, I saw be a new Ghana.
Now, my patches are
that is the message.
What is
try me?
What is that? Because Mahama
we are not a nation of triers.
Mahama has failed Ghanaians. How about Kajo Minami ya Abrantia Montumami and Nagana Wong and the whole Africa who share Cote d'Ivoire near Papaya now share near Buhari who said they don't need any young man. Who share
Mama
who share near Mahama young man or say independence young Trabaman corruption he's not on top.
No
Mahama is not on top. He's not able to control his ministers, his businessmen, and all who break in. I 10 cities. Alaji, home to me, 500. That's why we have a problem.
In fact, Kennedy, fuel can transform the water issues. I like this man too much. Samabia Mauli, I like Alaji's speech on your studio. God bless him. At our partners, Kaka, are we same as Ghanaians under JMNEC?
I'm forcing you to speak.
Oh, baby, come here. So let's wrap up. Nana Jekum say Ghana leaders and media have no sense, and how can they improve our lives? Okay, so Dapa Kwabna and to say what is going on in Ghana? Oh God, help us. Isaac Nana Oseakwa, tell the big men to talk about the soldiers on train who has been sacked whilst trained in weapons. What are they expecting us to do? A lot of your social media comments, but you better wrap up. Wrap up, no. Say Ibusa, and I had the chance to go through Accra proper. I don't know
that's a visionary leader. That is a visionary leader. Oh, say Prempi, yeah, be really silly. And portals, oh yeah, Afibia, you have to redo it. Or say there be on one pencil. Or say yes, lay effort also so that another 10 to 15 years, no maintenance on those roads. Uko is Legon, Uko Jowulu, Uko Bepia.
Okay, Japan.
And for me,
it was a technical question. Okay, Japan. Is it reflective in the votes for 2016 election?
To be honest with you, so all your roads I don't care what is good. What you say, whether it's resurfacing, whether it's what, so it's
is
part
priority?
of. Yeah, it's an infrastructure. You need it. It's very, very important. Baby, I'll blaspheme, Kakra.
Hey, Minko.
I support Mensa Otabel, but baby, your car say infrastructure. Yeah, roads near a bind the other or say utumi interior. That I disagree because so koswa what do you need from CNCM na ekwaning ye obi a wa na 3 days na aduana a mile. So that portion alone I disagree. Media obi ya dia osai
even to the economy.
Yeah, anti-material obi kwan is part of development and infrastructure is key
to development.
Yeah. To development. Yeah. Roads, hospitals, water, electricity. What you say? That is the work of government. And you say, I disagree with you. Media no It is not only the money in your pocket. If the money is in your pocket, Emra, Mr. Chief from East Legon, now me call Golden Tulip meeting 8 o'clock. From just East Legon, PH Hotels to Golden Tulip, we do 9:45. I swear to God, traffic. And yet easy. So if they are able to expand the roads.
Anapa.
Yeah.
Anapa de nyabra.
Na me dem ya me simun tem din na me dim rika me du han tem no.
One free over
traffic. It is if obi to be be kwanum na traffic flow.
He's working.
Yeah. He's working. That menya
me. Ghana for no I wo bro say omo Ghana omo baby omo fie e wo kra.
Go hu dey.
I'm telling you.
Na we kwaya mu ye nyina NDC for.
Omo na ka.
Baby am.
But we are part of EU. They are consigned 31 million.
David 31 million euro mark say money mu nwase. Money mu nwase. Wa wo say who consign 31.6 31.6 million euros. Why would him say we can get the money easily here if we are honest?
It is not easy to get the money here.
31. Now one contract omudi ma ye no. Sika omudi ma buru say. Gas you omu build ye. Omo dimbe $400 million. Can you compare that to 31? Me manya kapre.
Oh,
yes,
so we can get this money. We don't need to go outside.
Yes, that's what if President Mahama say he has to sit up.
That's when I agree with you.
He has to sit up and say, look, enough is enough, my friend. Why you are out? And, yesterday I listened to Obia about this 100%. Water leak. I said people should be punished. Any pay moody, but the mere fact say muhu say leakage in your market. I was so happy with that statement to me. President Mahama should use the same approach. You see, so to me Saki Alaji Bature and I meet and now Kwabena Santia all bad.
Who coming?
Yeah, and then Alaji Yesake no anaken Yesake because of
I agree with you.
What you say? Mahama, please. Why am I young Kufano? I had dinner. I said, Kobonechia. No, I talked to you, my friend. I knew who from is oh,
Mama,
yes. Oh, yes, natural. May you be a Jimmy Jimmy. I'll be a Jimmy Jimmy. I get problems somewhere. You got your Argentina across Super Mahama, and not me Penasa. No, you didn't super master. Or from me, or dress is a say. Pressure.
Okay. So that is all the for a large battery every Tuesday on Badwam. CP.
Thank you.
And you see how say Ibrahim so chiao. Okay. Also Odawasi because you've been one of the people born Abaso as a young businessman.
Yeah, he's doing well, but then we'll grab too much.
Odawasi. You don't mean beyond that.
You're Mati.
Okay.
I'll tell you to oh, Prema took as well.
That I have referred to as the man.
I just like the man, just from Parliament.